Who the braids hurt? Shit. Hi, Cassie Joe. Hi. All right. So I said I was going to do this video a few days ago and I didn't, but I'm doing it now. So the dusting kind of settled from everything, and I kind of wanted it to before I spoke on it. I spoke on a couple of things. I hope everybody's doing okay today, and we are living our best soft life. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Here you go. Can you throw it away for me? Ooh, that ice big.
And they don't deliver.
What's my come on?
Chicken Express ice. I was like, no room for that. Can you go first?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Y'all be wanting me to talk about every fucking thing. I don't want to be talking about some of this shit. Y'all wanted me to talk about that Carly Smollett girl. And I'm just gonna say this about that. Cause y'all keep asking me. I did not well, thank you for ordering with me. I did not comment on it when I first heard about it because I didn't believe it, but I didn't want to talk about it because what if somebody really was missing, you know? Because there's so many women, so many people, thank you, so many young Black women, so many young Black girls are missing. So many women of color, period, are missing. And so I didn't want to be the one to be like, oh, that's not true. Because you know how y'all love to come for a bitch. And so I just said I was going to sit back and kind of wait, you know. But I never believed it in the first place. And I be trying not to talk about stuff that everybody else is talking about. And I've seen them on TikTok doing channeling readings or whatever it is. Girl, I've seen all of it. Come in. Oh, put that in the refrigerator. Oh, and I just want my salad, and you can give. Hold on, y'all. All the fruit that belongs in here. And I think that is Vanessa's. Okay. But I guess what is upsetting about it. No, you can get this too. I don't want both of them, not mine. I guess what is upsetting about it. Excuse me, y'all. You know, I'm gonna eat on here. So for the one who, if she eating on, girl, I'm gonna eat this whole fucking video. What's upsetting about it is that there are so many people that don't report crimes, that people that are missing, people that are in trouble, and they are afraid to talk talk about it. You know, it never makes national news. So for that situation to happen and it made national news. I mean, her parents went on Good Morning America and shit like that. Like, I kind of feel like she should have been aware of what this let's see, and that's Vanessa's.
Okay.
She should have been more aware of the impact that this, because and that's what get me too. That sometimes the actions that we do, we don't realize the ramifications of how it's going to affect everybody and other people around us. And I think she didn't think about that. What it's really based off of nigga and all of this and that, I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? And I don't read people or think into things without people's consent and permission. So I'll never do per se videos like that, because who the fuck wants somebody tapping in today? And I don't believe that spirit works like that. That's my opinion. I don't believe spirit works like that. Just unsolicited shit. I don't think spirit work like that. Right. But I don't think so. I think that everything has to be done decent and in order. And I think, and y'all can tell me what y'all think, you know, and I think that the spirit moves like that, decent and in order. And so if you're not doing things decent and in order, that's self. That ain't spirit. That's the other S. That's self. And I think that a lot of us get ego and pride and all kind of stuff like that involved. And I think that's what people see. I could be wrong. I'm eating a chicken salad. I could be wrong. You don't have to minus the chicken. I could be wrong. You don't have to agree to what I'm saying, but that's what I think. Y'all can come in and tell me. That's what I be thinking. I think that people just be, you know, especially a lot of these readers and stuff. I don't think spirit move like that. And I'm not judging nobody for what they do, because that's their business, and you know, live your life. But goddamn. Yeah, even the celebrity readings, did they ask for that? I just think that if they didn't ask for it, it's very hard for you to be connected, because I feel like you need to have the spirit of that person, something that you can touch, something that's generating that kind of energy. Oh, thank you. Is it because I place a high value on respecting people's privacy? That too. And then you don't know, if you don't have their permission, you don't know how that might affect somebody. You know what I'm saying? People are so, they have the audacity to me, and they just do shit just because, and they of the entitlement. And we don't respect people's privacy. We don't respect people's space. People can be like me. I think that I'm very transparent, but I'm never transparent enough for some people. They want to know every goddamn thing. And but they don't want to tell that shit in their life. And I don't think that that's fair. Do you? But that's how people be. I respect that that's your business. And what a lot of these young readers don't understand, that a lot of times you have to have integrity in your work. You have to have integrity in that space. You just can't be doing just freestyling shit with people's lives. That's what I think. What type of salad? It's a chicken salad. I can't wait till Carly's story goes away and she made it 10 times for a black woman and men have to stay in by look ready. Had a group about her line, made it worse. Yeah. Yeah. And just think, that's gonna follow her everywhere because the internet is not forgiving. The internet is not forgiving. It'll be 20 years from now, and if the internet is still up and we ain't in la la land somewhere, the internet is still, they still gonna be talking about that shit. She ain't gonna be able to do nothing. She can do something church related and they gonna bring that shit up. What it say, how do you keep living in purpose when the brighter you get people keep dragging you down? Why do you care? Care about drag you down, you drag yourself down. I don't care about what anybody thinks about me. For what? Shine bright like a diamond. Shit, fuck them. They gonna have something to say anyway, no matter what you do. So you might as well do what you're gonna do. If you could be a hoe, they're gonna be like, oh, you're not a good enough hoe. But goddamn it, tell me what kind of hoe to be. You can be a student. Well, you're not making enough better grades. Okay, but then tell me what kind of grades to be. Tell me what kind of grades to make. And y'all give me hearts, thank you. I see someone shout over there. You better fucking do you. People have power to change things around you because you give up your power to empower them. That's what happens. That's what happens. No, this one, Chick-fil-A. I don't know about no viral chicken salad. I don't know nothing about that. There's a lot of trends and stuff I don't know nothing about. I don't follow that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. How does that better me? A lot of people don't. They don't focus on what's going to better them. They just, anything come their way, they just looking at it. Not me. How does that serve me? I just went to Houston in May. People would love to see a day in the life vlog. Child. That probably never happened. That'll probably never happen, honey. My life is not that interesting, y'all. It's not. Y'all know what I like to do. Thank you, Kenya. I love to sit in front of my TV and watch Tubi. Hey, Mama Midnight. I love to do that. Ain't nothing exciting about my shit. Because y'all probably think all I do is sit up and burn candles and look at candle. Child. I sit on my motherfucking couch and watch Tubi movies and play with my fucking dogs. That's it. I might do a little writing, work on my homework if I'm doing some homework. That's it. That's all I do. Y'all be thinking I'm just sitting up looking at crystal balls all day, and child, ain't nobody doing this shit all day. You got a life. I'm full. Damn. You gotta have a life. If you don't have no life outside of magic or whatever, it can't consume you like that. You go crazy. I do a lot of reading and shit like that. I don't have no, it ain't interesting shit. I like boring child. Yeah, I probably do more than I do. I get up if I'm gonna do my counseling sessions or life coaching sessions or anything like that. Thank you. I probably do that, and then I ain't gonna do shit for the rest of the day. I'm gonna be a fucking couch potato. I'm gonna watch Tubi. Thank you. I might do a little working out for 5 minutes. That's it. Child, I love Tubi. Ain't nothing like a low budget movie, baby. I am gonna watch it, and I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, this fruit. I'm like, oh my god, the budget was bigger on this movie. Like, I'm just gonna. That's. Child, I don't really know. I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know what y'all be thinking I probably do. I'm doing this shit. I'm telling you, are you gonna hear me saying, sit the fuck down? Stop, Kinka. Stop, Prada. Get off of that. Don't eat that. Don't chew on that. Girl, let me take y'all outside. That's how y'all gonna see me. And then the other time, I'm gonna be sitting in front of my TV like this. So you probably be quite bored watching me all day. Oh, Mo. Like you said, you live the soft life. Well, and then if I come to the store and I work or I'm making some oils or something, I'm not doing that shit all day. I ain't doing all day. All day. I've done that enough. I used to be here all day long. The hard match my lipstick things. I used to be here all day long, just constantly doing shit, constantly. Where I ain't doing all this shit no more. Them days is over. I ain't doing all of that. If I come in, Mondays are my off days. If I come in Tuesday, I'm gonna work and child, I'm gonna take my ass home and relax. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be a pillow princess and I'm not doing all of that. I want y'all. I want to hire this girl to clean up my house, but I used to be married to her brother. Oh, I hope she don't watch this. And she had stole a piece, like you know how like you had them rings. Okay, you know how like you have a ring and it have like another piece on it, so it has like two pieces. She stole the other piece of the ring. And she stole it when I was married to him. And when I asked her, because it looked very distinctive, and I knew that it was the ring piece that went to my ring, she was like, no, this is not it, blah, blah, blah. And now she has a housekeeping service. And I wanted to give her a job and let her, yeah, it was like a piece of the band part. And I wanted to like give her a job, but I just keep thinking back when she stole it. Hi, feminine divine. I just keep thinking back when she stole it. And this was 20 years ago. And she be wanting a job, and she's a house like cleaner or something now. And I be wanting to give her a chance, but because if you steal one of my rings, then girl, I'm beat your ass. Joanne. For real. So I don't know. And she always be asking me, like, she always be asking me for a job. And I be wanting, because I believe in giving second chances, but I be wanting to bring that up. I'm a Taurus. You know, we don't forget shit. You know, we listen. We will be dead. Like we are never going to fucking forget anything. I know. And I be wanting to give her a chance because I don't like cleaning up. I rather work. But and I know she probably see these and probably like, she totally out of the thief. Girl, you did steal that part of my ring. I ain't forgot that. I ain't forgot it. Look, shameless plug, Lady Duchess. The color is vivid. I just can't forget that. So it's like every time I be wanting to tell her, yeah, you can come and do it. And I just feel like my shit just gonna start walking off. So probably no. But I want to help her, but I don't know. You right. You right. My shit gonna grow legs. Okay, I'm like, where my other day? Well, where it? And then this the fucked up part about it. She was bold in a bitch to wear that piece of the ring. Thank you. And then when I said, like I said, when I said something about the ring, she was like, no, this is my ring. And I was like, why would they just sell that little part of it? I was like, they really look like my shit. And she was like, no, it's my. I was like, okay. But it happened again over 20 years ago. But I just can't get that out of my mind. Are y'all like that? Do y'all like just be remembering shit and it's hard to let shit go? And I remember like she would clean up my room and yes. Oh, then my Magdalene's for just sitting right here for my feast day. Okay. Yeah. Just some cookies that the Magdalene line. So every time I see somebody come up with a bag. Yeah, these are for this is for Mary Magdalene. Her feast day is today. And I'm gonna make her a pretty little altar real quick. Yeah, I remember you saying something about it. So yeah. Is it a reason you remember after 20 years? Because I'm Taurus. We don't forget shit. I'm Taurus. We don't forget anything. We can hold a grudge till after death. I'm Taurus. Somebody, is there a reason why? Yeah, because you boldly, willfully went into my room and stole that little part of the ring, and then you wore it, and I saw it while I was teaching you how to drive my Lexus, and you wore it, and I saw it, and I was like, "Is that mine?" And you were like, "No," and you fucking stuck with that no. Oh, okay, Kmart. And you stuck with that no, you stuck with that lie. And then I heard you tell someone that I had so much money because at the time I was, like I said, I was with her brother, and we did have so much money. She said, she was a teenager, and she said you can steal the ones, and they only count, they only count the big bills. My girl. No, this was a long time ago. For those who I was talking about, I want to hire my ex sister-in-law to be she has a housekeeping business, and I want to give her an opportunity, but I remember that she stole that part of my band. um I'm 44. We had to be like 18, 19 or something like that, but I just remember that, and it's hard for me to fully give her a chance because she took that, and I ain't forgot that. Because one thing, I had all of this money at that time with my first husband, so I could have bought her that, because when she moved into her first apartment, I furnished her first apartment for her. The living room, the bedroom, her dinette. Um, I did that for her. And so you don't have to take anything from me. So I have a hard time now, even though it's been over 20 years. Now I just be like, I don't know. Yeah, once trust is broken, it's hard to rebuild. It is. Yeah, and I just and I be wanting to do business with other black people. I be wanting to, but um that's something that I be concerned about. You know, representation is everything. Um, Speaking of that, so this lady hit me up about a job. And people do that from time to time. They email me their resume and stuff like that. And I'm really big on opportunity and chances, because somebody had to give me an opportunity. Somebody had to give me a chance, especially after I almost went to prison. So when people hit me up for looking for a part-time job or something like that, I'll entertain it. I'll talk to them. So this young lady hit me up she gave me her resume. I couldn't open it. So she hit me up, and I was like, why don't you come in Saturday and talk to me around 2? So she was here probably about 10, 15 minutes, because I heard them talking in there in the outside the door. And so when I came outside, um, she was dressed with jeans on and a cutoff shirt, and I could see her waist beads, and she had on some Jesus looking sandals, and her feet were dry. And so I was like, this how you come prepared for an interview? And she was like, oh, I didn't think nothing was wrong with what I had on. Okay. So I said, well, did you bring a resume with you? No, I didn't know this was an interview. Okay, come on. Come on in. So I say, how old are you? So she comes in and she sits down. I said, how old are you? She said, oh, I'm 21. I said, okay, you don't have a resume. And I said, you should always bring, yeah, her feet was dry. Yeah, they was. Because you could see her toes. And her toes was in the sandals was like this brownish. I just built a table. Her feet looked like she had kicked a little flower before she put her shoes on. And the jeans were like bell bottomish. Yuck. And so I was just like, And so I was like, do you have a resume? And she was like, no, I didn't bring it because I emailed you one. Okay. So she come in and she sit down and I was like, tell me about yourself. And she was like, well, I just want to help the community. And I said, okay. And I said, well, what community is it that you want to help? And she was like, the Black community. And I said, well, do you know anything about me? She was like, yeah, I've seen some of your videos. Okay, cool. And I said, well, just to let you know, I don't just service the Black community. She was like, what do you mean? I said, I service women of color, men of color, of all colors, white, black, brown, yellow, chocolate, vanilla. Like I said, my store manager is Hispanic. So we service the community of the occult, not the Black community. Oh, okay. And I was like, so what is it that you want to do? And she said, well, I'm looking, what did her hair look like? It was a ball fade. She had some cute little earrings on. Thank you. Thank you, darling. So I was like, so she was like, well, I'm a college student and I'm looking for something part-time. And I said, well, did you know this was an interview? And she was like, no, I just thought you wanted to meet me. Who the fuck are you that I want to meet? Thank you, Mott Tricks. Thank you. Like, who the fuck are you that I just want to meet you? Like, girl, meet you for what? Like, like what? It's like magic trick. Oh, okay. Magic trick. Okay. Play on the word. Okay. So I'm like, I don't just meet people, darling. I said, are you sure you've researched me and you know who I am? Yeah, I've seen quite a few of your videos. So you thought that you could come dressed like you were and that was acceptable to come in my presence? Now, I'm not trying to be funny. She was like, well, I do know you kind of like hoodoo royalty. So thank you for saying hoodoo royalty. I appreciate that because my godfather used to say that to me. He used to call me the queen of conjuring. However, even if that is the case, I would have dressed different. I would have because okay, let me say this to y'all. If you go to a job interview, please don't wear no jeans. Don't do that. And what you thought because this was my I got a little small store and I'm black owned that you could just dress any kind of way. And so I told her, I said, as a black entrepreneur, because she said she went to an entrepreneur certificate class. And so I asked her, did you pass? And she was like, yeah, I received a certificate. Did they skip over this part? She's like, no. So you chose willfully to not make an effort. I mean, I just thought you wanted to meet me. Well, why did I want to meet you? I mean, you might be worth everything to yourself, but what are you worth to me? And this is what I tell people all the time. If you are wanting to meet someone, or you're going to a job interview, or you have to make a last impression. You have to make an impression that makes you different. You have to make an impression that's going to make you stand out. People are talking to people, so many people, for so many positions. What is it about you that make you special? What is it about you that makes you stand out? What is it about you? And I said, you have to, maybe she need a friend. Well, I'm not it. I'm not it. And I was like, you have to do things like that. And I said, the only thing that you did today was show me my first impression that you were not ready for this, and you're not ready for me, and you're not ready to service my community. And I said, people go by what they see before what they know of you. So if you present yourself in a way that people don't even want to get to know you, because people are looking, they're looking. People are visual. We can't help it. We're visual people. And most times we judge people by how they look. Yeah, we do. I do it too. And so when you thought that you could just come, you didn't even make an effort. And I said, and if you know anything about me, I believe in three things. I believe in opulence. I believe in being excellent. And I always believe in being your most perfect self. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be perfect for me, but you need to fall in the category of those other two, if not all three. And I said, I am a Black woman at the end of the day. Creole, whatever I'm still a Black woman. I have to work twice as hard as my counterparts just to be on an even keel, just to have a fighting chance. I have to work harder, work longer, work smarter, work earlier, work later, just to be on the playing field. And I said, you're 21 and you need to put that in your system and in your spirit right now. Because if this is an example of what you think life is, you're going to have it very hard. So she said, well, I have a job now. I said, okay, well, what do you do? She said, well, I work at a daycare. But we wear uniforms. And I said, well, if I was the owner, I would be afraid of you guys to wear your regular clothes. So I would put you in a uniform too. So my question is to you guys that have children or young adults, do y'all teach them anything like that? Because my kids can't go nowhere with me dressed like any kind of way. I'm real big on it. Because you're not going to embarrass me. I don't give a fuck. Go put some fucking clothes on. You're not going to embarrass me. You're not. You're not fit to embarrass me. They're not fit to say, ooh, did y'all see Duchess child? Did y'all see? You're not fit to embarrass me. Go put some fucking clothes on. It's about representation. If I go around amongst my elders, now if I have to dress up or I have to dress in a certain way culturally, I would do that too. But if I'm in my regular clothes, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to be the most overdressed. Only because in a way that pays respect. And again, it's representation. When I teach classes, I don't even want you to be on the Zoom line looking any kind of way. No scarves, no wraps. Do something to your fucking head. Representation is everything. I don't know if that's the southern part of me, the Louisiana part of me. I don't know. But take care of yourself. Take care of your appearance. People are looking at the way that you look. You might not say, I don't give a fuck about that, but people do. You have to teach people how to treat you. You have to teach people how to be around you. You have to do that, because if you don't do that, people will freestyle with you. Now, you ain't got to put on makeup, a full face of makeup, because I'm not going to do that every day. Trust and believe I'm not. However, when it's time for me to be on time, for me to walk out that door, I believe representation is everything. I don't know why in my mind, I feel like whatever you die in, that's what you be in for the rest of your life on the other side. I don't know why I feel like that. So I feel like, what if it's that day that my hair is in a fucking pool bag and I don't have no lashes on and my eyebrows ain't drawn on, and then I die? Bitch gonna look like that forever. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. In my mind, that's just how I don't want to do that. So in my mind, I feel like you're supposed to look a certain kind of way. You're supposed to be a certain kind of way. I think that you have to set a particular standard. I think that you have to do that. Hi, Shauna K. A ghost with no brows. Can you imagine? You talking about boo? They don't even know you saying boo because they can't even see your just face, just bald, no expression. Like I can't. Okay, I have strict instructions. First of all, I decide I want to be cremated, but if they bury me, you better fucking have my eyebrows drawn on right, and you better put some motherfucking lashes on me, and the lashes better be big. They better be so motherfucking big that when you close the casket, it bends them bitches. You got to bend them back, which is why Black women are divided when it comes to wearing bonnets out in public. I think that is atrocious. Not that I really give a fuck about what people think about me or what I feel like they care about Black women, but I do feel like wearing bonnets in public and hair rollers and stuff like that, I just think it's not appropriate. And in my mind, I just feel like I am opulence and I just feel like that. And I feel like everything about that should emulate that. I feel like if you are a certain class of yourself, and I'm not talking about whether you're medium class, high class, listen, when you are a class about yourself, baby, you have to treat me as such. Because there's two things I will always have on. I'm gonna have on some type of lip gloss, and I'm gonna have on some motherfucking earrings. And that might be completely a southern thing, but that is just how it is for me. So I was very disappointed. I think that's what it was more than anything. I was disappointed in her lack of trying, in her lack of whatever. I was disappointed in it. Now, again, it could be a generational thing where when they're younger, they just don't give a fuck. That's their thing. But coming around me, girl, you got to be of excellence. I had a young girl tell me she don't douche. You don't what? She was like, I don't put anything in my vagina. And I was like, but you put dick in there? Well, yeah. And I was like, do you make sure it's clean? Yeah. Like I parents, do y'all have this conversation with y'all kids? I had to ask, have your mama ever told you that kind of stuff? Like I be wanting to know. And that I hope that I was like, I hope the next time that you go to an interview or to meet someone that you assume that that is what it is and you make a good impression. And put some lotion on your feet. And I was like, well, thank you so much for your time. It was very interesting in meeting you. And yeah, she was like, well, I'm gonna buy a book. I was like, okay, darling. I mean, you can shop her. And she was like, but your worker has on She has on tights and a midriff shirt. And yeah, worker. She works here already, and it's Saturday, and I have them doing other stuff. So yeah, child, child. So what are y'all doing for Mary Magdalene's feast day? You should do something. They keep calling us anti-black and we're against. I'm not anti-black. I'm just a lady. I'm a lady. Mary Magdalene. She's a saint, but she was also, the whore in the Bible. Yeah, yesterday. Remember, she was a prostitute. Remember that? It's a lot of hoes in her. It's a lot of hoes in her. Y'all need to be. When I tell y'all, yes. And I'm gonna tell you too, that's why a lot of us um can't live the soft life. That's because how we appear. Is that why Venus? Yes. Yes, Miss Mary. That's why a lot of us can't live the soft life. And I'm just gonna call it out. That's why. Because we're so I don't give a fuck and and we are losing. Were her toes done? I don't know if they were necessarily done, but they were dry. If you look super feminine, everyone, even strangers and other women, treat you better. I tend to believe I agree with it. But I think that we're so used to being in our masculine energy all the time. We too tired to do this and we too tired to do that. I think that's why everybody wearing these lace fronts. Nobody wants to take the time to do their hair. They can slap on a wig. I wasn't close enough to know how she smelled. Yeah, I wasn't close enough. That would have been too much. I don't like people reaching out, grabbing me, and all of that shit. I'm funny. I ain't trying to be funny. Shit, I'm just being for real. People be on some fuck shit to me, and you ain't supposed to call them out. You ain't supposed to call them out, and I think that's just bullshit. And then when you do call them out, then you're a hater and all of that. Let me tell you something. I'm not a hater on anybody. I'm not a hater on anything either, because you have to give enough of fucks to be like that, and I don't be giving a fuck like that. I don't be giving a fuck enough to be giving unnecessarily my energy. Yeah, I I think it's really important that you take care of yourself because it sets a standard. You know, if I take care of myself and I look a certain kind of way while I'm doing it, you're more likely to treat me the same way that I treat myself. It's just like look at a dolphin. If you see a dolphin or a whore on the street, you're not going to have no respect for them. You'll talk to them and you'll treat them any kind of way. And then you see me and you see how I carry myself. It's less likely that you're going to say or do anything to be disrespectful to me. And that's how you have to carry yourself like that. Because if you're not carrying yourself like that, you cannot initially expect people to treat you a certain kind of way because you're not treating yourself like that. You don't get to freestyle with me. And I say that all the time. You don't get to freestyle with me and you don't get to just treat me any kind of way. You don't get to do that. And that's the standard that you have to set. So it is a look. It's a look to it. And I know people be like, I don't give a fuck, but you should. The woman and her son in Chicago who got punched. Do y'all really want to know my personal opinion? Do you? Have you had to rebuild your wardrobe? Yes, I am currently doing it now as we speak. Yeah. Y'all really want to know? Okay. So, my opinion about that is this. I don't think a woman should ever argue with a man. I don't think that. Not that he's more dominant, not that he's stronger, but you are not a man. And there's no way that and I know that we're so used to having to defend ourselves and we're so used to having to speak up for ourselves because nobody else is going to speak up for us. However, I just don't think that she should have done that because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it. Niggas are fools. These young niggas, these young nigglets, they are fools. These young men, they have no respect for women, not even they mama. These niggas is beating hoes' ass like it is 1972 and they are a fucking pimp. I would never argue with a young man. I wouldn't argue with a man, period, because I am not a man and you got it. And this is, people are so selfish in the concept of now, it's just self preservation. And so a person would kill you for the implication, for the thought of you trying to kill them. And so people are so defensive, people are so you just don't know. You think you the baddest motherfucker. It's somebody out there badder than you. You think you the craziest motherfucker. It's somebody out there crazier than you. It is somebody out there, they don't give a fuck. And they done already said, well, if one more person, and you could be that one more person, and then you done lost your life over some bullshit. Would I would have argued with her? No, because from what I saw in the video, she actually was saying, she was telling her son to go to the car. And the guy was like, "Oh, you telling me to go to the car?" Or something like that. And so they understandings are different. So I wouldn't have even went back and forth. And it was people recording and not even defending this woman or saying anything. I probably would have left it alone. I probably would have. I don't carry goof or dust on me. I probably would have blew some of that motherfucker face. But since I ain't got fat, I just don't think that everything is my fight. I don't think that everything deserves a response. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. I don't think everything deserves a response. I don't think that everybody deserves a response to some of this, especially when it's foolishness. Like you are in public arguing with people. Nobody's defending her. Nobody's defending him. it's just, it's not even funny. None of it's funny. Even about that Carly Smollett girl. It's really not funny. It's really sad because she might be mentally ill, because who the fuck be gone for 48, 49 hours and they ain't got a better story than that? And this bitch then went and got some Cheez-Its. And then she said that the person that kidnapped her had orange hair and they were bald. So Ronald McDonald kidnapped you, bitch. Chucky got you. Like, it just sounded like bullshit to me in the beginning. But thank you, Sandra. And then you didn't clear your Google history. Then you called in at work. It was just, thank you, Kenya. It's just a shit show. And the fucked up part about it is social media has made it acceptable. So do I think that the thing that happened in Chicago was good? No, it wasn't good for anybody, because even though they dropped the charges, which I knew they were, um, he got the deal with that son. That 14-year-old has to deal with the fact that he killed someone. And so what? Because they disrespected his mother. I think it's horrible. And I can't say that this is the way that the world is now. I think it's always been that way. I just think that now it's more publicized. And that Carly Smollett girl, um, I think it's taken away the validity of all of the missing brown girls, all the missing women, um, people that are abused, molested, raped, people that are stolen, that did not get the media coverage that her family got. I think that's really sad. And to be honest, it really ain't I really don't give a fuck why she did it. So I think both of those instances are horrible. And I think they're extremely sad. A tarot reader says she's a stunt queen. That's not for that tarot reader to decide that. Especially in the South, it's just so disrespectful to the people that we never find. And it was. I I made comments and I joked about it because the shit was funny. And I had someone to say, well, you're a healer and you shouldn't be doing that. She shouldn't be doing it. I'm triggered. She shouldn't be doing it. Because she should have thought about how it was going to affect all of us. See, stuff is not so private now. Uh, what do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Kind of, you got to give some more context. Yeah, that's on his spirit from the rest of his life. You said a tarot reader can't tell. She can't. She can't. Let me say this. I don't give a fuck how talented you are, how blessed you are, unless she gave permission, you cannot tap into her energy source just because. Did you talk to a parent? Did they give you a shirt? Did they give you? You have to tap in that type of energy. It has to be something that's tangible. And if it's not tangible, all of that, what they call it, um, I can't, uh, I can't think of what you call it when you, um, like somebody, she can, I don't know, go into her space and teleport and all of that. I don't think that works like that. People have sent me clips because y'all be doing it because y'all paid it. I don't even know what the fuck a stunt queen is. Like she just making up some shit. I mean, it's a whole bunch of us in live. We just wasn't public. I think that, we as people in the practice, it's called remote viewing. That's bullshit. I ain't seen one that they didn't send me that they was actually accurate. I seen one talking about she's somewhere with some green grass or some shit, and I was like, the fuck is she talking about? Oh, she has a pattern of pulling stunts. Who knows? Has anybody talked to her family about that? I believe that remote viewing is people's projections. It's not actually what's actually going on. Unless you have something tangible, like say for instance, you have her shirt and you've been given permission from the ones that are closest to her to pull that energy, I think it's impossible. I think that I have done readings where the daughter or the son or the wife of the husband, they want me to channel, um, but they're giving me permission and I have something tangible. What do you do? Get intuitively looking at her? I don't get anything because I don't read celebrities or people like that without their permission. I don't get nothing. But I knew that the story was a lie. I don't get anything from her. Well, from what I heard is that the GoFundMe they canceled that, but the family did get $20,000 from Good Morning America. Kinda, if I'm saying it correctly. I'm an old school conjure worker. I'm a old school practitioner. So I'm not with the new wave anything because I believe that the new wave is diluted. I do not think that um, they have created anything. I think that they recreate a bunch of different religions and ATRs and different practices in different religions, and they just do a combination. They make up stuff that sounds really good, and people just go for it. Because I believe that people are looking for something to attach themselves to. They are looking for something of substance. And unfortunately, because you don't know, if it sounds good, you'll go with it because it sounds good. What if it's all AI to distract people from something else? Possibly could be. Yeah, I heard that they had shut down a GoFundMe. And they should, because people gonna ask for their money back anyway when they found out she was lying. Like I said, I think that she probably had some type of mental illness. You think she was a gray? I don't know what that means. I do know that they probably in cases like this they normally do a psyche eval. Can you give us a tip on forgiving ourselves when we feel like about our past acts? Okay, so check it. Everybody done fucked up stuff. Everybody done made fucked up decisions. Everybody done made emotional decisions. Everybody done made chaotic decisions. Everybody done some shit that hindsight is 2020 that they regret. But the thing about it is, Miss Shauna K, you got to keep living. Every day you're given an opportunity. That's another day that a person did not get. Everybody ain't wake up to today. Some people, when they went to bed last night, that was it for them. So if you're given another chance, you better fucking do something with it, bitch. And I'm gonna say it just like that. If you get to wake up another day, you need to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. That's all any of us can do. All we are is a whole bunch of unhealed, broken motherfuckers trying to figure that shit out. That's the fucking truth. Be responsible to yourself. What'd you say? It is too deep. Thank you. That's my response to that. The world is gonna judge you anyway. You could be the best motherfucker in the world and somebody bring up some shit you did in 2002. Bitch, I graduated in 97, right? I graduated in 1997. In 1997, I didn't even think how 2000 would look. I didn't think how 2004 would look when I lost my mom. I didn't think how 2005 would look when I got arrested for beating the bitch ass. Okay. I didn't know that 2010 I was going to get divorced and get married again. I didn't know in 2014 that I was going to meet my current husband and be with him. I didn't know that me choosing certain things will lead to 2023. We have all done stuff. We have all lived. And if you haven't lived, keep on living and you will make emotional fucking decisions based off of things that have happened in your fucking past. All you can do is move forward. These are lessons. And if you keep holding on to them lessons without letting them go, then you are causing yourself more detrimental and more trauma, more drama, and more chaos than anybody could ever do. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? What Blush said? Um, Fenty. I can't think of the name of it, but it's Fenty. Life is life. And anybody, as you live, you're going to be able to say, bitch, I lived. I'm 44 years old. That's why you said do a vlog of my everyday. Girl, I would have to make some shit up because my shit boring. If I'm not working, I'm at home reading. I'm working on my PhD. I'm working on my book. I'm working on other projects. I'm working on stuff like that. So some days I am extremely busy. And then some days I am mentally exhausted and I don't want to do nothing but just be a couch potato. I done lived, I done clubbed, I done traveled, I've been pretty much all over the world. I've done stuff. I done took numerous cruises. I done flew 13 and 14 hours. You live and you learn. The things that if you are still doing the same shit that you was doing 20 years ago, shame on you. If you was still doing the things that you was doing 10 years ago and you ain't changed, shame on you because evolution should have happened in it. That's why you can't hold on to that shit. Because are you the same person that you was 10 years ago? Are you? Are you the same bitch? I doubt it very seriously. Are you? That's how I could forgive myself. I'm not that fucking person. And if you still can't move on from that, get you some fucking life coaching. You ain't got to go through me. They got plenty of motherfuckers do it now. Go get you some. Because it might be you ain't been trained how to cope with shit. Okay, but now is the opportunity for you to do that. Some of y'all would spend $100 on some bullshit instead of spending $100 on something that can give you a foundation for your life. Thank you, Cipriano. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Like, you got to stop being so hard on yourself. You're not the same person. Most of us wasn't even taught how to cope with stuff. Most of us wasn't even raised. We raised ourselves, especially if you're in your late 30s, 40 through the 50s. You was a latchkey kid. Your mama worked all the motherfucking time. You raising yourself. You better not let anybody in the house. All we do is know how to survive. So, I mean, if you chose that nigga, you chose him out of survival mode. Stop choosing motherfuckers out of survival mode. If you chose that job because you just had to, you need to have a job immediately, of course you're not going to be happy because you chose it out of a different mode. You didn't choose it out of a choice. You chose it because you felt like you didn't have a choice. So that's why you chose that. And that's a lot of times we build a lot of stuff around survival because we feel like we don't have a choice. I said it in my group the other day. I'm having a class August 5th um, about the soft life and why a lot of us can't ever live the soft life because we choose people out of necessity instead of out of genuine like. A lot of times we'll get with a nigga just because we know he'll pay bills, but we don't even like him. Now we learn to deal with it because he's creating um, a cushion life for us, but we don't really like him. And then we wonder why the connection is not there. A lot of y'all are just that filler bitch. A lot of y'all, he's only fucking with you until he get somebody that he really like. That sound harsh, don't it? But it's true. A lot of y'all, you're not his person. You're just a person that he chooses to deal with now until he find the one he really wants. That's why he don't have to give you every part of him. And you're not going to even require it because you don't want to be alone. So any man is better than no man at all. Some of us live in that type of mentality. And that's why we'll never have the soft life. That's why you'll never have a nigga that's going to provide because you have these unrealistic expectations that's based out of survival mode and it's based out of fear. Renee Special, let me say that about these. Most Black women, oh, I'm probably going to offend some people with this. Most Black women will take a nigga that ain't got shit and give them they shit because of somebody. Y'all can tell me if you agree with me. You can post it down there. I'm not going to be offended. But a lot of y'all are just desperate ishas. That's how y'all are. I'm too old to be alone. So what do you think? What do you think that you're going to get? You can tell me if y'all don't agree. It's fine. I'm not going to be offended by that. Especially if they're older women. Older women got that shit bad. Thank you, kind of. And we're not honest with ourselves. We pay for dick all the time. Pay for dick all the time. And then you wonder why you feel drained. Because you feed an empty vessel. That nigga's an empty vessel. Baby, he ain't gonna never love you. He ain't gonna look at what you do and see the sacrifices that you made for him. And he's not, he don't even respect it because he don't respect you. You don't even respect you. That's the truth. And then a nigga that probably would take care of you because he don't look the way that this nigga look, you don't want him. And you could be missing the opportunity to not do nothing. I'm just a messenger. That's it. I can only tell you about what I've lived. I could only tell you about what I go through, how I live my life. And I don't make any apologies for it. I'm not going to say that you have to do this and you have to do that. But then again, I am. Duchess, and I know that there are women who give you dirty looks. It's like, no, I wouldn't want that type of man you want. Desperate. Well, I mean, I don't struggle. I don't struggle. All I have to do is snap my fingers and say what I want to happen, and it happens. I don't struggle. My husband works over the road. He's a truck driver. He could be working. He could be tired to the motherfucker. He come home and I say, I want my office painted green. He came home Saturday night. Saturday night, Lowe's was still open. Was Saturday evening. Saturday night, he went and got the paint. Sunday, he was up in this motherfucker painting my office. And did not complain one time. Because you want to know what my husband said? I love seeing that smile on your face. And knowing that I put it there. That I made you happy. Then when he got home, do you know what he did? He made me something to eat. Now, I had been at home. I had got home from my cruise, and I didn't want to do nothing. So I didn't. He actually asked me, baby, what'll make you happy when I get home? Oh, well, this is what I want. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want that done. And he go, just make me a list. I refuse to struggle. I refuse to live this hard life. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. That's why don't nothing really bother me. I can sit on my motherfucking ass because I have a whole husband. And at the end of the day, I can decide I no longer want to be Magickal Lady Duchess. I just want to be Duchess and I just want to be at home. My lifestyle will not change. Not in the least. I just want to encourage y'all and empower y'all to be the same way. But you got to cut out all the bullshit within yourself. Cause how in the fuck can you teach a nigga how to treat you when you don't know yourself? You don't know yourself. I said it. You don't know yourself. So how the fuck can you teach somebody else something about you when you don't fucking know you? When you have these unrealistic expectations, when you have this fake unrealistic ass reality that you live in. Like, girl, I'm not saying that you got to go get you a fat black ass nigga. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that you got to go get you a big forehead, wrinkly forehead, not like, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying you got to go get you an ugly ass nigga. I'm not saying it. However, do you want to be happy? Let me tell you something. Kind treatment to make a dog love you. And that's just some old school stuff that my mama used to say. Kind treatment to make a dog love you. Ain't y'all tired of chasing these niggas? Begging them to be with you. Pleading with them, buying them. Allowing them to treat you and talk to you any kind of way. Just for the sake that you got somebody. And this nigga ain't even paying $1,000 worth of bills because you still got to work hard. So you mean to tell me you got to work hard and deal with that shit? I don't think so. What do you need to do to change that scenario? I would get you, because like I don't think that I'm a relationship guru or I don't think that at all. However, I just believe in living a softer life. I have a class. Go onto my website. It's gonna be August 5th. It's gonna be on Zoom. You get the link to watch the class afterwards. I'm gonna talk about a lot of it. Honestly, a lot of them, if they had money, they wouldn't choose you. If they had what you do, they wouldn't date down. Well, then you need to fix yourself. Because I think that women are a gift. I think that men are a gift. I just think it's just how you consider yourself. What's up?
And that's agree with you about you looking over whatever she typed up for the.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. Why?
Oh, right.
Well, I asked her if she made a list, because what we could do is you can send the kits off, and then we can just email them that, and we could do it all at one time. Ask her if she made a list, like a Excel spreadsheet for that.
Oh, okay. Other than that, nothing else is going in there?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's true, and because Black women who are getting old or feeling alone tend to take anyone. Does he have a brother? Does who have a brother, darling? Sorry, I'm texting my assistant. Yeah, I mean, niggas are the prize, women are the prize. You just got to make sure that your prize is your prize and not everybody else's prize. And don't be desperate with your prize. Because a lot of people be that way. That's just like, I don't like life coaching older women because they think they know more or they know better. And I don't believe that. Because I don't think that age necessarily has anything to do with maturity. And don't limit yourself. No, I wouldn't. I mean, yours might be an Espanol. It might be an Espanol. Because Mexican Mexican men do love to pay some motherfucking bills. And I think a lot of these young men now, they are so damaged. They are damaged. And they mamas, and I hope y'all ain't them kind of mamas that you have really weakened your son. And he has become some woman's nightmare and not their dream. I hope y'all not them type of women. That's really sad. It really, really is. I have standards, but even now you have to adjust sometime. Mine is white. I decided young I wasn't going to struggle, go to the easy, fastest route to set in my life, not to work. Okay. Like I said, I think that a lot of young Black men are broken, and I don't think they know how to be fixed. And because y'all are broken too, y'all don't know how to fix them. I know I wouldn't be dating you because I don't think nobody like me, baby. Because I'd be like, nope, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. Can you do work with bleach? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. The conjure rule is actually ammonia, not bleach. I don't know who said that, but it's not bleach. It's ammonia. So many young black women live lives would be so much easier if they dated older. Not black, yeah. You bathed in bleach. Hopefully just a little capful, nothing more. Your husband, it was a joke. Do my husband have any brothers? He do. He got 2. They ain't like him though. Neither one of them. Yeah, but I need to set up my Mary Magdalene altar for her feast day today. And I love y'all. So the network. I'm still working on it. That is not easy like I thought it was going to be. It's a little bit more complicated and I'm still working on it, y'all. But it's way more complicated than I thought. Y'all. Shit. So anyway, if you go to my website, MagicalLadyDuchess.com, I do readings, I do consultations, I do life coaching. I even went ahead and opened up my books to teens and preteens and kind of like life coaching them as well. Yeah, I don't think age has anything to do with wisdom. You some 20-year-olds that's wise than a motherfucker. Some 30-year-olds that's wise than a motherfucker. And you got some 70-year-olds that's a fool. So anyway, y'all. I done spent enough time with y'all. I done wasted y'all time enough for this good old Saturday. So book a consultation, book a life coaching, book a conversation with me, MagicalLadyDuchess.com. And I will see y'all later. Bye.